much for coming back to my YouTube channel. On today's episode, I'm just going to talk to you guys a little bit about where I am with my TTC journey. So I have taken probably 1 million pregnancy tests. So as you guys know, a couple of weeks ago now, it was actually on December 31st, I had a chemical pregnancy. And if you don't know what a chemical pregnancy is, it just means that basically your body conceives and you have an early miscarriage. So you find out that you're pregnant and then a couple of days later, you're not pregnant anymore. So obviously that was a very devastating experience for me. And I was super duper sad about it. And I think the biggest thing was just the disappointment, because my twin sister and she actually just announced that she was pregnant. So we found out we were pregnant at the same time, and we were like dancing, you know, and I told Joanna, I was like, you're gonna have a baby brother and sister. It's so exciting, because I mean, I never had any issues with infertility before. And you know, I didn't even try to conceive her, and it just happened so easily. So, you know, it didn't even cross my mind that the pregnancy wouldn't go through or whatever. And like I said, my twin sister and I were dancing around the parking lot. We were just like, yay. We were so excited because we were pregnant together when I had Joanna. She was pregnant with the twins, and I was pregnant with Joanna. And we used to call ourselves some pregnant ass twins. And I was like, we're gonna be some pregnant ass twins together. And we were just so happy. So anyway, like I said, I found out a couple of days later that I wasn't pregnant, and I was so devastated. Like, oh my gosh, I was just like, how could this happen? What happened? Blah, blah, blah. So then I got out on a mission. I was like, you know what? I'm going to still try to hurry up and, you know, conceive, because my twin sister is pregnant and I want to be pregnant at the same time. And that still is the case. So anyway, I started out my TTC journey and started reading everything, watching all the YouTube videos, and I was in my 2-week wait. And y'all, when I tell you guys, I tracked every symptom that I had during the 2-week wait. I had swollen breast, tender nipples, increased smell. I had increased appetite, headaches, neck pain. And it's like everything that every little symptom, every little pain that you have, you're like, I need to see if this is a pregnancy symptom. So anyway, I had tracked everything down in my bullet journal, and I was like, I know I have got to be pregnant. So I've been taking tests every single day, and you know, it became 12 DPO, 13 DPO, 14 DPO. If you don't know what that means, days past ovulation. And I was like, okay, like my period is 2 days late. Maybe I'm pregnant. And then my period came on. So girl, you know, I was disappointed. You know, the TTC journey continues. It's like, I'm not going to sit and be too disappointed, because some people have been trying to conceive for a very long time, and it's like, it's levels to it, you know what I mean? It's like, this is my first cycle after my chemical pregnancy, and from what I was reading, it said that sometimes your body just doesn't release an egg after you conceive. So maybe that happened. There's all kinds of different theories as to what could have possibly happened, but all in all, I did not conceive this cycle, and I'm just going to keep trying. And like I said, I'm just going to keep documenting my journey on YouTube, because I just feel like so many other women go through the same thing. So just to talk a little bit about how I felt after I found out that I was not pregnant. Well, of course, I cried a little bit, but then I was like, well, I am on vacation. We're in this beautiful cabin. It's snowing outside. Let's just try to enjoy the rest of our vacation. And so, you know, I wrote down in my journal how I was feeling and everything like that. And it seems like when you're trying to conceive, everybody's pregnant. You know what I mean? And it's a wonderful thing, and it's a beautiful thing. But you know, it's also my fault too, because I was looking up all of these videos on YouTube, and I was like doing all this research. And so now that I'm not pregnant this cycle, and I have to wait a whole other cycle to start my TTC journey again, I have to wait until the cycle is over, my period or whatever. Every video that pops up on YouTube is like my belly bump, or like my 2-week wait symptoms. And it's because I was searching those things, but it's kind of like, you know how it is. Like, maybe you know how it is, maybe you don't know how it is, but it's just like frustrating, because you just want to be pregnant, but you know, obviously we are not in control. Only God is in control. But you know, I feel like it's valid to feel how you feel. Like, you know, obviously you wish the best for everyone, and you want everyone to be like, anyone who wants to be pregnant, I wish you pregnancy. You know what I mean? I wish you what good things, but at the same time, it's just frustrating. We have to wait another cycle. So, and like I said, this is just the beginning. So I know I have no right to be like, oh God, like I have to wait another cycle, whereas some women, like I said, have been trying for years to get pregnant. So, I guess I kind of wanted to talk about my reasons why I want to be pregnant too. It's not just because my sister's pregnant, but also, the biggest reason, the most important reason is because I don't want my baby to be alone in this world. And, my husband is 7 years older than me. I am 31 and he's 38. And, we're not trying to be like 45 with a newborn baby. If that's your journey, that's all good and that's wonderful. But I had a little bit of I had a wonderful pregnancy with Joanna, but at the end it was very, very hard. If you go back and look at my pregnancy vlogs, you'll find that I had the PUPS rash. My body got very stressed out, and it was just really, really hard at the end. And then I ended up having to have a C-section. And I just really want to have a natural birth. I don't want to have another C-section. It was so much pain. It was so awful. Having to recover from that C-section was the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life. It was gruesome. And so, I know that your likelihood for a C-section goes up the older you get. And, I want to go ahead and get it over with. I just want to have one more child. That's it. I don't want to have a big family or anything like that. I just want a companion for Joanna. And especially during this pandemic and not knowing when it's going to be over and not knowing when there's an end in sight, it's really made me realize more than ever how lonely it can be for a singleton. If you're a mom that has one child during this pandemic, try not to cry. And you love your child as much as we love our child, and I'm sure everyone does, you don't want them to be lonely. And she has had her cousins, and she's been able to play with my twin sister's kids, thank God. So she hasn't been completely lonely, but that's like 1 or 2 times a week. And then the rest of the week is just us, And it's really made me realize more than ever how important it is, to us, how important it is to us that she have a sibling, someone that she can play with, someone that can love her every day, and be in her house with her every day. And, it's been really lonely for her, at the beginning of the pandemic. It's like a little bit traumatic. Sorry, I'm crying, but I'm a human being, right? It really bothers me to think about at the beginning of the pandemic when we weren't allowing her to go around her grandparents. We were very unsure about what and all was going on. We wasn't allowing her to go around her cousins. Nobody, because in the beginning, we didn't even think that it was an option to quarantine with anyone else. And she kept saying, Mommy, my cousins ran away, they don't come back. My family ran away, they don't come back. And she was just really, sad. She was so sad and lonely. And that's kind of when I started realizing, like, okay, like we had been saying we want to have another child when Joanna turns 3, which she just had a birthday a couple days ago. And now more than ever with this pandemic and her being so lonely and not having anyone to play with, I went out and got her, back in April, I got her a cat because I was like, well, she needs something. And then turns out our cat, which we love, but she's just like the laziest, most sleepiest cat, and she does nothing but sleep. Like, she's so lazy. We can't get her to play, and like, so it's just kind of just like all she does is just sit in the corner and sleep all the time. She's not an old cat. She's only 2 years old, but I guess in my mind I thought, well, maybe if we get a cat, she'll play with the cat. And we love our cat, but she's just possibly the most laid back, laziest, uneventful cat you've ever adopted. But so that didn't really provide her much entertainment. Not that you should get a pet for entertainment, but you get what I'm saying. Like, It's just you have a thought in mind, like, oh, maybe if we get her a pet, then, you know, she'll have something to play with. But it just didn't turn out that way. Like I said, we love our cat, but she's just fat and lazy. What can I say? But anyway, we're just going to keep on with this journey, and I'm going to keep documenting it. You know, it's not easy to put your feelings all out on YouTube, but if you are on your TTC journey, no matter if you're in the beginning, middle, or end, you're not alone. And with that, my daughter's coming upstairs. So I will talk to you guys later. See you next time. Bye.